Some ideas on dharma. Dharma is a Sanskrit word and it has multiple meanings. It has multiple meanings. It signifies behaviors that are considered to be in accord with Ritam. Ritam is the word that occurs in Rigveda several times. Ritam vadishyami, Ritam. Ritam is the order that makes life and the universe possible. So, Dharma and Ritam. Dharma is to Dharma is the law, and Dharma, of course, has different meanings depending on the context. Actually, it is always in accord with Ritam. Ritam is the cosmic law, and Dharma includes duties, rights, laws, conduct, virtue, the right way of living. Dharayati, dharayati iti dharma. That means one that contains, supports, sustains, upholds. Dharayati, supports. Whatever supports is dharma. The whole universe is supported by dharma. Dharma is the law, and it is dharma that supports the entire universe. It is difficult to provide a single concise definition for dharma, as it straddles a complex set of meanings and interpretations, and there is no equivalent single word translation for dharma in any Western language. Any of the Western languages, they don't have a equivalent word for dharma because it's an extremely complex word with many meanings which depend on the context. Like I already said, law, order, duty, custom, quality, model, principle, conduct, virtues, rights, the right way of living, duties, all these are included. In fact, it all depends. A decree, statute, law, practice, custom, morality, ethics, religion. Dharma also means religion. Religious merit, good works, nature, character, quality, property, traits. So, all these are different definitions, but each of these definitions is seriously incomplete. While a combination of these translations do not convey the total sense of the word, it therefore depends on the context in which it is being used. Examples: it is the dharma of the bee to make honey. It is the dharma of the cow to give milk. It is the dharma of the sun to radiate sunshine. The dharma of the river is to flow. In terms of humanity, dharma is the need for, the effect of, and the essence of service and interconnectedness of all life. In terms of humanity, dharma is the need for, and the effect of, and the essence of. Need for, effect of, and essence of service and interconnectedness of all life. In the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, there is a passage which says, nothing is higher than dharma. The weak overcome the stronger by dharma, as over a king, for example. Truly, that dharma is the truth, satya. Therefore, when a man speaks the truth, they say he speaks the dharma. And if he speaks dharma, they say he speaks the truth. For both are one. In all the epics, Mahabharata, Ramayana, or the Puranas, the major emphasis is on dharma, which is to be understood as individual practical morality. The emphasis on individual practical morality. Dharma, therefore, is the center of all the major events in the life of Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana in Ramayana, and all the characters in Mahabharata too. In all the epics, Mahabharata, Ramayana mainly, Dharma is central and it is presented with symbolism and metaphors. Near the end of the epic, during the Swargarohana, Yama, referred to as Dharma in the text, is portrayed as taking the form of a dog to test the compassion of Yudhishthira, who is told that he may not enter heaven with such an animal, and Yudhishthira refuses to abandon his companion. And it is this decision which is praised by Dharma. In the Bharatam and the Ramayana, there are lots of treatises on life, virtues, custom, morals, ethics, law, and all the other aspects of dharma. There are extensive discussions of dharma at the individual level in the epics, and there are various topics which are examined, like free will and destiny, and when and why human beings believe in either. Well, the one conclusion which can be drawn is that the strong and prosperous naturally uphold free will. The strong and prosperous naturally uphold free will, while those facing grief or frustration naturally lean towards destiny. So, and one thing has to be noted, it is the prosperous, prosperity is a guarantee of dharma. Prosperity enables people to follow dharma, moral and lawful life. And in times of distress, such as drought or poverty, everyone suffers, everything suffers, including the relations between human beings and the human ability to live according to dharma. Therefore, it is absolutely essential for the government or any king, if so, or the government, to ensure that the state is prosperous. Because without prosperity, there cannot be dharma. Now, Dharma, according to Vatsyayana, 4th century, Vatsyayana gives a detailed explanation. He says, he discusses both Dharma and Adharma. Adharma of body is himsa, violence, steya, stealing, pratisiddha maithuna, sexual indulgence with someone other than one's partner. So that is adharma of body. That is himsa, stealing, violence, stealing, and infidelity. Dharma of the body is dana, charity, paritrana, succor of the distressed, and paricharana, rendering service to others. Adharma from words one speaks or writes. Adharma from words is mithya, falsehood. Parusha, caustic talk. Caustic, parusham. Uh, Parusham means caustic talk, acerbic, very corrosive, caustic. Free floating hostility is something that you see these days in many people because they're all frustrated and they can never be polite. They will always offend people with their harsh tone and choice of words. So that is called parusham, caustic talk. And again, adharma from words is suchana, calumny, and asambadha, absurd talk, utter nonsense, preposterous, ridiculous, illogical, and irrational statements, asambadha, absurd talk. That is adharma from words. Dharma from words means satyam, hitavachana, talking with good intention, priyavachana, gentle and kind talk, swadhyaya, self-study. In the qualities of Rama, of course, we have listed many. Adharma of the mind, paradroha, ill will, rancor, malice, wishing harm, and paradravya abhipsa, covetousness. Adharma of the mind is covetousness is the adharma of the mind. And nastikya, denial of the existence of God, morals, and religiosity. So, adharma of the mind are three: paradroha, malice; covetousness; paradravya, abhipsa; and nastikya. Dharma of the mind, daya, compassion; aspruha, disinterestedness, not desiring passionately; and shraddha, faith. So, in Patanjali Yoga, Patanjali gives a completely different, though of course the elements are the same. Patanjali explains dharma in two categories, that is yama, restraints, and niyama, observances. So, ahimsa, satyamasteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha is yama, and niyama is shaucha, santosha, tapas, swadhyaya, ishvara pranidhanani, niyamaha. So that is yama and niyama. These are two observances. Yama is restraint and niyama is observances. The main point we must remember is dharma, which is, while being necessary for the individual and society, is dependent on poverty and prosperity in a society. So, uh, prosperity enables people to follow dharma, moral and lawful life, and poverty and distress uh, are conditions where dharma suffers, and people find it difficult to live according to dharma. Dharma also enables all the purusharthas, the human strivings, the four human strivings or purusharthas. Dharma enables the individual to satisfy the striving for stability and order, a life that is lawful and harmonious, the striving to do the right thing, be good, be virtuous, earn religious merit, be helpful to others, interact successfully with society. The other three strivings are artha, striving for means of life such as food, shelter, power, security, material wealth, etc. And kama is the third purushartha, which is the striving for sex, desire, pleasure, love, emotional fulfillment, etc. And moksha is the striving for spiritual meaning, liberation from the cycle of birth and death, and self-realization in this life. And these four stages are neither independent nor exclusionary. These are all there, and dharma is the underpinning. Keeping dharma in mind, these have to be achieved.